Now on Sunrise and streaming on crossroadstoday.com, a search is underway for a 6-month-old girl last seen yesterday in Houston. The child is believed to be in imminent danger this morning. And 2 vehicles appear to be totaled after a crash on Guy Grant and North Navarro in Victoria. 1 person was hurt in the crash and is in recovery at an area hospital. Plus, we're hearing remarkable stories of survival this morning after that deadly tornado that tore through the southern region.
And take a look on the outside currently. Live view from Cuero ISD. See the clouds in the distance a little bit there. I know it's dark, but you can see a little bit of an indication of them. Cool temperatures today, cooler than we saw yesterday, yes. Rain chances also a yes. We'll give you the details coming up.
We see how some local athletes did in the state powerlifting meet in Abilene over the weekend. That's coming up in sports.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Carolina Astrain. Today is the 28th day of March 2023. The time is now 6:30 on your Tuesday morning, and today Sean Astin, the world-renowned actor, is in town. He's going to be at the VISD Fine Arts Center at 11 a.m. It is first come, first serve. Trey, I really hope to make it. I have a 10 o'clock appointment, and I really wish I had my original version of the Lord of the Rings trilogy books to get signed, because wow, what an opportunity, Trey.
Exactly, yes. Talented actor, watched him, you know, we're about the same age, so I kind of grew up watching him with different things, Goonies and other films like that and TV shows. So if I get to meet him, maybe, you know, I definitely will get a selfie, of course, and hear what he has to say. 70 degrees on the outside. Currently, northerly winds near 10 miles per hour. And dew points well into the mid-60s or so. And looking at the visibilities, well, not too bad, because the front has moved on through and pushed all the fog that would be over our area this morning out in the Gulf of Mexico, replaced it with some drier air in the mid-level lows of the atmosphere, allowing the visibilities to be 12 miles throughout the entire region this morning. Temperatures will be the big weather story, I'm thinking, throughout the day, in addition to wind and some rainfall here and there. We may drop down to about 65, 66 coming up by 9 a.m. And by the time we get to lunchtime hour, we're back above 70 degrees with low 70s as a daytime high around here today. Looking at the radar, it's a little bit on the active side. There's a small shower there near Refugio, getting towards Sinton area and Corpus Christi area. Some storms out there in the Gulf of Mexico, south about Brazosport, Galveston, and pushing to the east. And one cell we were watching there north of Wharton is beginning to fade a little bit as it heads toward Katy. So pretty quiet this morning, but the rain chances are there. Of course, cool temperatures for the time being, thanks to that frontal system that moved on through. What about rain chances for later on in the week? I think I'm seeing some in our forecast. We'll take a look at that in detail and the full forecast to come 7-day outlook. Carolina?
Thank you, Trey. An Amber Alert was issued overnight. Authorities are actively searching for a 6-month-old girl missing out of the Houston area. 6-month-old Summer Moore was last seen Monday afternoon in the 7400 block of Alabunson. Her clothing description is unknown at this time. Authorities believe Summer is in imminent danger. Anyone with information on her whereabouts should contact 911. 2 women are accused in a theft at Vacek hardware store in East Bernard. Authorities say the women stole around $2,100 worth of merchandise, mostly power tools. The women reportedly took the items off the shelf and placed them into bags located under their clothing. Authorities in Wharton County need your help in identifying the suspects. If you have any information, call the Wharton County Sheriff's Office at 979-532-1550. A crash on North Navarro and Guy Grant in Victoria sent 1 person to the hospital yesterday. You can see the major damage in this car. This car sustained in the crash. This video taken just after 3 p.m. yesterday. Police say the driver of the blue vehicle was going too fast and ran a red light. But after further investigation, it was confirmed a white vehicle failed to yield at a traffic light, resulting in the crash. The lights were green for both vehicles. We're hearing more remarkable stories of survival following the historic tornado outbreak that devastated entire communities in Mississippi, and now the region is bracing for more storms this week.
Rescue crews will resume the daunting task of digging through flattened homes and buildings in Mississippi after the weekend tornado outbreak that claimed at least 21 lives in the state.
This is the inside of a massive water tower that snapped in half and then spilled all over the ground here. And you can get a sense of the damage from above and the monumental task required to rebuild this town.
We now have a picture of one of the youngest victims, 2-year-old Aubrey Green. Another life lost Ethan Herndon, whose family calls him a gentle giant. He died along with his 1-year-old daughter, Riley, when the tornado slammed into their home. The family of Wanda Early says she died while driving to work. Her daughter calls her an amazing person.
People don't have anything.
At least 27 tornadoes tore through 5 states, but Mississippi bore the brunt, one twister leaving a trail of destruction 59 miles long. More survival stories are emerging. Sonia Barnes says she grabbed her 2-month-old grandbaby and took cover in the bathroom.
I was just thinking, how was I going to protect her?
But you put the baby in your jacket?
Yes, my shirt.
In the town of Black Hawk, the 100-year-old community center is destroyed, but it's the little things left behind that bring hope. Like this piano waterlogged, but local residents say that piano, like this community, can and will be rebuilt. And now forecasters are warning of severe thunderstorms possible in the south on Thursday. Lionel Moise, ABC News, New York.
Get your cell phone and scan this QR code. It's our quick response code to download the Crossroads Today app. You can get breaking news alerts, vote in our viewer poll, get the latest news, weather, and sports, and learn all about our ongoing contest right there on the app. Submit those news tips and photos. The time is now 6:36 on your Tuesday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up. Victoria College has a $10 million bond election.
This morning, new video and details released in the deadly school rampage here in Nashville. What we're learning about the shooter coming up.
And looking at the first warned Doppler radar, a few rain showers out there this morning. Thunderstorms to the south and southeast and out in the Gulf of Mexico. Rain chances still continuing for our region here. For how long? And what about temperatures? We'll talk about it in your forecast.
For months, we've been saying that Fred Loya can save you more money on your car insurance. But just how much more? In recent months, people who switched from Geico and Progressive to Fred Loya Insurance have saved over $1,500 a year. State Farm customers who switched to Fred Loya saved over $1,600 a year. Allstate customers saved over $1,100 a year. That's a combined savings of over $240,000 a year. So start paying less. Call or visit fredloya.com. If you don't call, you don't save.
It would appear that the butler did it. But this isn't a whodunit film. It's a Nissan sales event. Now that's a killer deal. Good thing this Rogue has a VC turbo engine, unlike RAV4.
Get 0% financing for 36 months on select models.
Catch these offers while you can.
This is what you were going to be doing for the wedding.
Yes.
The things that are on these pages.
Right.
This bride's reception left her with a bad taste.
Set up?
No.
Service?
No.
Did you provide a bartender?
Yes, Your Honor. No. No. Your Honor,
Now the caterer's fed up.
she told me if you don't pay me $5,000, I'm going to go and write the Yelp, and I'm going to write about you.
Judge Judy.
Are you ready to stop letting big business take your customers away? Phase 3 Digital is your #1 digital marketing resource to keep your customers shopping with you. With an office right here in the Crossroads and a team of support across the nation, we can help you wherever your business is in the online journey. From building a site to developing e-commerce capabilities to growing your customer base, we will drive results. It is time to take the next step in growing your business with Phase 3 Digital. Are you ready to take your customers back? Give us a call or visit us online to get started.
At a time when misinformation is all too common on social media, we take great pride in bringing you the news that matters, that impacts your family, news you can trust. Local broadcast journalists bring you the facts, covering the stories breaking in our community and across the globe. Text TV to 52886 and let Congress know you depend on local journalism. This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Good morning, 6:39 is the current time. Wind speeds are definitely going to be an issue in our region today. And we're starting off with about 15 mile per hour wind gusts to near 20 miles per hour in Victoria. And it'll be increasing throughout the day through the 9-10 a.m. hour. Look at this at 10 a.m., 18 mile per hour sustained winds. That's the constant wind with a gust near 30 miles per hour. That's pretty common throughout the entire Crossroads region as we go through the rest of the day. And we'll keep that going through the 3, 4, 5 p.m. hour. By the time we get to 5 p.m. and in the overnight, the winds will die down a little bit, so it'll be rather light by the time we wake up early tomorrow morning. And looking at the satellite and radar composites, some big heavy storms earlier north of Wharton there toward the Houston-Galveston area, prompting some warnings there, and one passed near Bay City earlier this morning before the sunrise show started. Cloudy skies throughout the majority of the region today. We're still going to continue to see that in our forecast around here. Front of the Gulf of Mexico, rain shower chances still to continue around here, and the cloudy skies still hanging into our region here. For how long, though? We'll take a look at that in the full 7-day outlook to come. Carolina?
Thank you, Trey. The Boys State powerlifting meet was this past weekend. Sports Director Gino Perez has more.
At Crossroads, multiple Crossroads athletes are bringing home medals from the state powerlifting meet in Abilene over the weekend. Senior Seth Niebrant brings home a silver medal with a total weight lifted of 1,810 pounds. And sophomore Braden Merritt finished in 8th place in the 275 weight class, lifting 1,745 pounds. Starting with in the 114 class, freshman Brody Flores finished in 8th place with a total amount lifted of 915 pounds. As a team, the Warriors finished in 16th place. Victoria East Titans also made the trip up to Abilene to compete, and they finished 12th place as a team. The top finisher for East was Ryan Kane, who brought home a silver medal after lifting 1,800 pounds in the 242 weight class. Making the top 5 is Randall Delgado in 5th in the 165 weight class, and Jose Lugo also took 5th place in the 308 weight class. For a complete list of the lifters and their lifts, come to crossroadstoday.com. That's your 25 Sports Now.
We want to invite you to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and on your cell phone. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. We have new images this morning from the deadly school shooting in Nashville. Overnight, investigators say they found more weapons at the shooter's home. All of this coming as we learn more about the victims. We want to warn you the surveillance images from the school are disturbing.
Morning, newly released surveillance video showing the moments leading up to the deadly school shooting in Nashville. The shooter firing through a glass door, armed with 2 assault-type weapons and a pistol, seen here in pictures released by police. Once inside, authorities say Audrey Hale shot and killed 6 people, including 3 children.
I was literally moved to tears to see this and the kids as they were being ushered out of the building.
The young victims, 9 years old. They're identified as Evelyn Dickhouse, Haley Scruggs, and William Kinney. The head of the school, Catherine Kuntz, was also killed, along with teacher Cynthia Peak and custodian Mike Hill.
We just need to embrace those that are grieving because we grieve with them.
Police patrol cars outside the school were left riddled with bullet holes. Authorities say Hale fired at officers from a second-story window. According to police, 2 officers ran toward the gunfire, shooting and killing Hale just 14 minutes after the first 911 call.
There's multiple victims down inside the school. Shooter is down now as well.
Authorities say they strongly believe Hale, described as a 28-year-old female who identifies as transgender, was a former student at the private Christian school. Overnight, police say they found more guns and evidence at Hale's home. A motive remains under investigation. Gun violence is the #1 cause of death for children in America, recently surpassing car crashes. In Washington, advocates for gun reform once again demanding tougher measures.
This person had 2 AR-15s and a handgun. You don't need this to go hunting. You don't need that to protect your family.
Congressman Tim Burchett, who represents Knoxville, Tennessee, called the shooting horrible, but says there is no need to ban assault weapons.
I don't think you're going to stop the gun violence. The common thread is you've got somebody who's mentally ill and evil.
Police say Hale prepared for yesterday's attack with detailed maps and also left behind writings that will be part of the investigation. Lindsay Watts, ABC News, Nashville.
Leading us to your viewer poll, should there be a national ban on assault rifles? Let's take a look. Okay, 38% of you say yes, that's less than the last half hour, and 62% of you say no. We want to keep hearing from you. Come to crossroadstoday.com/vote to take part in our viewer poll. The Industrial ISD has a board election May 6th. The voters will vote for one, none, or two of these candidates: Charles Bethany, Ashley Jalufka, Michelle Gira Smith, and Jennifer Martin. We'll interview these candidates in the coming days so you can learn more about their campaigns. April 6th is the deadline to register to vote in the May 6th election. Victoria College has a $10 million bond election. There's an informational session April 18th at 5:30 p.m. at the VC Student Center at 2200 East Red River Street. The $10 million bond election is for the construction of a student success center. The estimated cost is $36.5 million for a 3-story expansion and renovation of the current facility. VC has committed $26.6 million, or nearly 3/4 of the total project cost, in grants, gifts, and institutional funds. The Board of Trustees is asking voters to consider the bond issue to fund 27% of the project. And once again, that's at the VC Student Center. Early voting starts April 24th through April 28th, and also on May 1st and 2nd. Polls open at 8 a.m. and close at 5 p.m. You can vote at the Dr. Petty Dodson Public Health Center at 2805 North Navarro, Classroom A. Once again, the last day to register to vote is Thursday, April 6th. Okay, the time is now 6:45 on your Tuesday morning. Still to come, a meat packer is voluntarily recalling 1.7 tons of boneless beef chuck.
Famous actor and mental health advocate Sean Astin will be in Victoria as the featured speaker in Victoria College's Lyceum Lecture Series on March 28th. Sean is known for major roles in movies like Rudy, The Lord of the Rings, and The Goonies. The event will take place at the Victoria Fine Arts Center at 11 a.m. on Tuesday, March 28th. Admission is free, sponsored in part by the Victoria Television Group.
In this morning's GMA First Look, taking on Ticketmaster.
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem, it's me.
Taylor Swift fans in court demanding change after the botched ticket rollout for Swift's Eras Tour. Nearly 340 fans joining the lawsuit.
As long as this game needs to be played, we're ready to play this game because the country's ready for a change, the plaintiffs are ready for a change, and they're entitled to a change.
The lawsuit, filed in December, claims Ticketmaster intentionally charged sky-high fees and sold their tickets to scalpers. Live Nation apologizing during a Senate Judiciary hearing in January for the frustrating customer experience it attributed to bot attacks.
We need to do better, and we will do better.
So what could this mean for buying concert tickets in the future? It's all coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Mola Lengi, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Good morning. Meteorologist Trey Mining here. Temperatures throughout the day starting off in the near 70 degrees around the region, and maybe falling a few more degrees as the cool air continues to work on in. maybe 68 or so by 11 o'clock. 12 noon should be at 70 degrees and in the low to mid 70s area wide for our daytime highs today. Cooler than it was yesterday. You're definitely feeling the difference there. Stationary front along the coast will be the primary focus for where rain showers will develop throughout the day. Nothing heavy or severe. We're not expecting that around here, but there'll be a few rain showers around, so don't be surprised if a rain shower does appear in your neighborhood today. Keeping the clouds in as well, and the humidity a little bit less today, but with cooler conditions, but they'll be coming back pretty much in earnest tomorrow. 72 degrees today, northwesterly winds 20 to 30 miles per hour. Cloudy skies, windy, scattered rain shower. Bring your umbrella just in case. It'd be a good idea to do that. 55 degrees overnight tonight, scattered rain showers here and there. And highs tomorrow, we'll keep it about 70 degrees or so, kind of like today. Cloudy skies, scattered rain showers here and there. And the pretty consistent forecast. Another rain shot on Friday and Saturday with the next front, and warm by next Monday.
And now it's time for today's question of the day. Sean Astin has two famous parents. What are their names? Like us on Facebook, Crossroads Today. Post your guess to today's question. We'll have the answer later on Sunrise. A meat packer is voluntarily recalling 1.7 tons of boneless beef chuck after E. coli was found in a sample. The USDA says the product was packed on February 16th by Kansas-based Elkhorn Valley Packing. It was shipped to retailers, restaurants, hotels, distributors, and other establishments in 9 states. The serial numbers of the meat being recalled can be found on the USDA's website. There are no reports of people getting sick from it. People who bought the product are advised to throw it out or return it to where they bought it. More than 20 Burger King locations are closing in Michigan. EYM King of Michigan, the franchisee that owns the restaurant, says it plans to close 26 locations in Metro Detroit by April 15th. Some locations have already shut down. The closures will mean job losses for 424 employees. In a letter to Michigan's Labor and Economic Opportunity Department, EYM King said it failed to reach an operating agreement with the Burger King Corporation. Still to come on Sunrise, news to know before you go. At least 6 people are in critical condition after becoming exposed to carbon monoxide at a home.
Are you raising your children to be part of the hashtag poor me culture?
A person who stays in a victim mentality, they have the injured mindset. It's their identity.
The second you say that you're a victim, I'm vulnerable, who's going to argue with you?
These people are an insult to real victims.
It's about training our minds to respond by reason instead of react by reflex.
New Dr. Phil.
It's your last time hosting your friends from American Idol here
I know.
at Live.
I'm a little emotional about it. They are my besties, and I can't wait to see them.
Oh, hell no.
They to see me.
Hold that thought. Oh, hey, besties. Hey, Katie, Luke, and Lionel. What's going on?
Next 5 American Idol judges.
All 3 of them?
Lionel Richie, Katy Perry, and Luke Bryan.
Does that say BFFs?
Keep Victoria Beautiful is having a cleanup for Earth Day. April 22nd, that morning, we're gonna go clean up all around Victoria. Make this place we call home just a little bit nicer. Last time we had 400 of your friends, neighbors, high school baseball players, teachers, nurses there to help clean up. Go to keepvictoriabeautiful.org to sign up and learn more. Bring a team. It's gonna be a great Saturday morning. Look forward to seeing you there.
Celebrate the start of spring with plenty of family fun at Moody Gardens. Longer days are ahead, so the Victoria Television Group and Moody Gardens wants to help you make the most of this spring with our grand prize giveaway. This package is bundled with attraction tickets for a family of 4, 2 rounds of golf, and a 1-night hotel stay. Contest ends March 31st. There are so many ways to have fun. You can't miss it. Go to the contest page on crossroadstoday.com to enter.
Get the day's news in your inbox email newsletters from 25 News Now. Sign up today. Go to crossroadstoday.com/email alerts to get started. Need weather around the clock? When the weather changes in the Crossroads, you need a reliable source. Visit Interactive Radar online for the latest conditions in the Crossroads area. CrossroadsToday.com. Weather at your fingertips. 25 News Now would like to invite you to experience our new digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV. Go to the link on your screen for more information on how to download.
And now for today's question of the day. Sean Astin has two famous parents. What are their names? Okay, Trey, I think we're ready for the answer.
Yes, of course, Mother Patty Duke and Father John Astin. And stay tuned tomorrow for another great question of the day to get your brain going for your day on Wednesday.
And we have a breaking news story here for you. A fire broke out at a migrant detention center in Ciudad Juarez in Mexico, killing at least 39 people, officials said in a statement. So this fire broke out 10 p.m. last night at the Institute National of Migration, and it houses migrants near El Paso. 68 men from Central and South America had been housed in the facility at the time of the fire. The dead were all migrants. We'll have more on this story on our website, crossroadstoday.com. At least 3 people were hurt following a shooting near Food Lion in North Carolina Monday night. Authorities say it happened around 9 p.m. on Raleigh Boulevard. Multiple businesses in the area were struck by gunfire. 2 men were shot and taken to a local hospital in serious conditions. A third man was taken to the hospital in a private vehicle. He's said to be suffering from non-life-threatening injuries. No arrests have been made. The incident is under investigation. At least 6 people are in critical condition after becoming exposed to carbon monoxide at a home. Authorities arrived at the home in Fort Worth after receiving a call from a child. They arrived on scene, and the same child who called said that her mother was acting differently. The child collapsed when first responders opened the door. Authorities found several others who had collapsed in the home. They went in without protective gear to retrieve those individuals. 5 children and 1 adult were taken to a local hospital and are said to be in critical conditions. The emergency responders who went in to save them were placed on oxygen and taken to the hospital. The Fort Worth Fire Department says those first responders are not in critical condition. The incident is under investigation. North Korea is claiming that it simulated a tactical nuclear missile launch Monday. State media says it was to demonstrate, quote, firing with a nuclear air explosion striking mode. 2 ground-to-ground ballistic missiles were launched with non-nuclear dummy warheads. State media KCNA says they intentionally blasted 500 meters above the target on Monday. South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff said the projectiles landed in the waters off the east coast of the Korean Peninsula, though today they didn't confirm whether the missiles had physically detonated or not. The Victoria Appraisal District is hosting a public seminar. Learn about the different exemptions and how to make sure you're getting all the exemptions available to you. It takes place at 2805 North Navarro. The sessions are set for April 3rd and 4th, starting at 8:30 a.m. and wrapping up at 5 p.m. Today, Ben Wilson Street will be southbound only from Airline to Red River Street. The reduction will take place from 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. weather permitting, and all businesses and homes in the construction zone will remain accessible. And drivers can avoid delays by seeking alternate routes. The construction is part of the $7 million Ben Wilson Street to Airline Road to U.S. Business 59 project. And we want to invite you to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, Android TV, and on your cell phone. Just search Crossroads Today Plus. Let's take one last look at your viewer poll. Today we asked, do you think there should be a national ban on assault rifles? Let's take a look. 37% of you say yes, and the majority of you, 63% of you, say no. Thank you for taking part in our viewer poll. Okay, let's go ahead and get that last look at our forecast with First Warn Storm Team meteorologist Trey Mining.
Carolina, take a look on the outside. 72 degrees with the daytime high. Scattered rain showers, cloudy, windy by the afternoon. 30-mile-per-hour winds or higher. Overnight lows in the mid-50s. Scattered rain showers. And for your day tomorrow, keeping it about the same 70, low 70s. Scattered rain showers again, cloudy skies still persisting. They'll take us through the rest of the week. Another rain chance by Friday and Saturday. Warmer temperatures and back up to mid to upper 80s coming up by Monday of next week. Make it a great day today and stay safe out there. Carolina?
Thank you so much, Trey, and thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful Tuesday. Come to crossroadstoday.com for more local news, weather, and sports, and join our evening crew tonight for 25 News Now at 5, 6, and 10. Have a great Taco Tuesday.